Well, it looks like Sir Keir Starmer is trotting off round the countryside to try and find out what's gone so very wrong with the Labour Party, to try and understand what we think, and to try and win back votes. Good luck with that one, Keir. Perhaps I can help a bit. How do everyone? Welcome back for a Friday. Hope you're all doing all right. And as you can see, I'm still sat on my sofa with the old love symbol and the wedding picture right above me there. Oh dear, oh dear. I didn't go to my car at this point in the day. I did early with the first video though. Well, Keir Starmer, what can we say about Keir Starmer? He's trying to figure out what's gone so wrong with the Labour Party and why they seem to be doing so badly in the polls. Well, there's a very simple truth to politics right now. It goes for you, Keir, Boris, any of you. We simply don't trust you. It started a long, long time ago, but to simplify things, I will give you some recent examples. With you, Sir Keir, during the Brexit campaign and the referendum, you said it would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to vote on the future of this country, and there will be no going back. And more importantly, you would respect what was decided. Okay, there was only a 2% swing in it. Well, I think it was about 4%, wasn't it, in the end? But you said you would respect the vote, and then you then spent the next many months trying your hardest to turn the tables on it and make it not happen and go completely in the opposite direction. That is a pure example of a politician saying whatever they have to get support and then toddling off somewhere else once they've got it. It's duplicitous, it's nasty, and it's wrong. You had a dust up with a publican outside his boozer, and you said, I don't need to hear what you've got to say. Well, I'm afraid you do, Keir, because people like that, working class people, are the ones that put the X in the box to give you votes which will eventually propel you to Downing Street. And that's not going to happen anytime soon. Let's have a look at this BBC News article that turned up this morning with your face on there. Quite frankly, Keir, you look desperate, you look knackered, and you look like a cat caught in headlights. You don't know which way to turn. And then that leads on to an even bigger problem with our politics. You see, you have the left and you have the right. That's the way it should be. That's the way it was always. But what we have at the moment, we have a situation where our political parties, the main two, seem to meld together into a big ball, and they all talk the same garbage. You know, the last Labour Party leader I had any respect for whatsoever was John Smith, and unfortunately, we know what happened to him. God rest his soul. I think he would have been a very good leader for the working person. That is the whole idea of the Labour Party, to give an alternative to the Conservatives. You know, if you cross the bench and look at the Tories, a lot of them come from privileged backgrounds, or they are born into a family who were already in politics. You look at Boris Johnson, for example. Stanley was already in politics, so the natural progression is Boris, after being a journalist, ends up in politics, and look where he is now, keeping us all under lock and key. The less said about that, the better. Jacob Rees-Mogg is another one. He's worked in investment and banking, comes from a well-to-do family with a slight political spin. And these are all people that are effectively born with a silver spoon in their mouth, and they've never had to worry about anything, ever. And then there brings the Labour Party. The Labour Party is supposed to be working class people from working class backgrounds who have been out there, grassroots, have had to struggle, have had to suffer, have had to get themselves out of the gutter and build themselves up. They're supposed to represent the working class people of this country. And the problem we have now is it's been infiltrated by a lot of people who may as well be Tory. You've come from influential backgrounds, well-to-do, you're all highly educated, probably Cambridge or Oxford. You've gone on to fairly successful careers in one way or another, be it law, media, anything else like that, finance, and then you decide to have a go at politics. So you get a situation where on both sides of the bench, you're all the same. Highly educated people who more than likely do not know or haven't lived a day in our shoes ever. And then we end up with a situation where we don't trust you and there's no alternative to Boris and his cronies over the other side. So until you realise that, Keir, this situation is going to go on and on and on and on forevermore, isn't it? And the main thing, the overriding thing with politics is the trust. You have got to start giving straight answers to straight questions. And you've got to be truthful with us as to what's going on. You're all too worried about your public image and how it's going to look to the voters. Well, I've just told you how it looks to the voters, and you need to change your tune. Even these alternative parties that try and creep in, and they'll never get in because the system's too much in favour of Conservatives and Labour. As much as I hate that, that's the way it is. That's the way it has been for years and probably won't change for a while. But even they do it. They're duplicitous to a degree as well. They'll say what they need to, and that'll be it. Anyway, this is the Cabby signing off. Toodaloo.